July 1917, Ypres, Belgium. The soldiers of the British Army thought they knew horror. They had survived artillery barrages, the freezing mud, and the clouds of chlorine gas. But on this damp night, a new sound echoed across no man's land. Not the explosions of high explosive shells, but a series of muffled, metallic thuds. Then a faint smell drifted into the trenches. Some thought it smelled like horseradish. Others noted a hint of mustard or garlic. Within hours, the horror began.
Men who felt perfectly fine at midnight were screaming by dawn. Their eyes burned like hot coals. Their skin erupted into massive, agonizing blisters. They were choking on their own liquefied lungs. This wasn't just another chemical weapon. This was the debut of the king of battle gases. This is the terrifying hidden history of mustard gas, the ghostly blisters of the Great War.
To understand why mustard gas was so uniquely terrifying, we have to look at the twisted science behind it. Known scientifically as sulfur mustard, it wasn't actually a gas at all. At room temperature, it's a thick, oily liquid, varying in color from pale yellow to dark brown. The German Empire, led by chemists like Fritz Haber, realized that traditional gases like chlorine and phosgene had a fatal flaw. They were highly volatile. If the wind changed, the gas blew away. If a soldier put on a gas mask, he was safe.
Mustard gas changed the rules entirely. You see, mustard gas is a vesicant, a blistering agent. A gas mask protected your lungs, but it did absolutely nothing to protect your skin. Even worse, it was a persistent agent. Because it was an oily liquid, it didn't just float away. It soaked into the mud, clung to the wooden duckboards, and saturated soldiers' uniforms. It could lie dormant for days, even weeks. It was a weapon that weaponized the environment itself.
What made mustard gas psychological torture was its delayed onset. When a shell burst and released the oily mist, there was no immediate pain. It didn't choke you instantly like chlorine. Soldiers often thought they had escaped unscathed. But silently, at a cellular level, the chemical was already destroying their DNA. 2 to 24 hours later, the symptoms erupted. First came intense itching. Then the skin turned deep red. Soon after, giant blisters swelled across the body.
The pain was described as being burned alive from the inside out. The eyes were hit worst of all. Eyelids swelled so violently that soldiers were rendered completely blind for weeks. If inhaled, the vapor stripped the lining of the lungs. Victims slowly suffocated over days as their lungs filled with fluid. I wish those people who talk about going on with this war, whatever it costs, could see the soldiers suffering from mustard gas. They know they will choke.
From a military standpoint,
Germany's secret weapon didn't actually kill as many men as high explosives. Statistically, only about 2% to 3% of casualties died. But to the generals, it was a success for a different reason: logistical paralysis. A dead soldier requires a grave. A mustard gas victim requires constant nursing, endless bandages, and weeks of medical attention. By blinding and blistering thousands, mustard gas overwhelmed Allied medical infrastructure. Entire battalions were neutralized without a single shot. Soon, the secret was out. By 1918, the Allies reverse-engineered the formula. French and British factories began producing their own Yellow Cross shells. The Western Front became a mutual hellscape where both sides feared the oily mist. By 1918, chemical weapons had injured over 1 million men.
The story didn't end in 1918. Its legacy stretched into the 20th century, leading to bans on chemical warfare. But history has a strange irony. During World War II, doctors noticed mustard gas drastically lowered white blood cell counts. This led pharmacologists Louis Goodman and Alfred Gilman to ask, could it be used against cancer? By modifying nitrogen mustard, they created Mustargen, the first chemotherapy drug. The same mechanism used to harm soldiers became the foundation of modern cancer treatment. Today, the battlefields are quiet. Nature has reclaimed the trenches, and the yellow fog is gone. But beneath the soil, the ghosts remain. Farmers in France and Belgium still uncover unexploded chemical shells. Mustard gas stands as a reminder of human ingenuity turned toward destruction, a time when the very air became a weapon. If you want more forgotten chapters of history, subscribe and comment. What do you think is the most terrifying weapon ever created? Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next chapter.